It is more bracket action on the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring 2020 tournament. Tonight, we have got the first match of a potential 3 between One Fine Day and Sylverfyre. I am Dr. Funkin, and joining me in the booth tonight is Magius. How you doing tonight, Magius?
Holding up. This is definitely going to be an interesting one. The forced draft of Double Thief, White Mage, Red Mage, as you said earlier, both runners are going to look for a tail.
Absolutely, yep. The way the draft went is Sylverfyre took the first pick and picked a White Mage, then One Fine Day picked Thief, and Sylverfyre came back with the Red Mage.
And I can understand the choice of the Double Thief. When you have the option and you might be worried about your opponent, it's always good to just double pick a class, because that puts pressure on your opponent to decide, okay, this is what I've got. What am I going to choose? What balances this party out? And with Double Thief and a White Mage, you either want a Black Mage or a Red Mage, because that's your AoE. And Red Mage is a more safe pick versus, versus a Black Mage.
Yeah, when it comes to those early spell casting levels, Red Mage is definitely a safer pick, because you're going to get options to most of that black magic. But we are off. Sylverfyre might be frozen, but One Fine Day has gone up.
Oh!
We've got Life, which is immediately learnable by the White Mage, and we've got Lit 3 in the black magic, so we've got a great sweeper right off the bat. Life will be Red Wizard learnable, but it is currently locked out of the Red Mage's spell list.
Yeah, but that Life 3 guarantees that pick of a Red Mage with with Lit 3 and Life, great choice of a Red Mage on Sylverfyre's side.
Absolutely.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have Town Shuffle, right?
We do, in fact, have Town Shuffle, and we have 3 loose items plus a loose canal tonight.
So they are not guaranteed to have level 2 or 3 and 4 early on. So that Lit 3 may be their actual most damage dealing spell for a while.
That's absolutely true. It's possible that Provoca and Elflin might be locked behind a floater tonight.
Ooh. Cabin's rolling a bit high, same thing with houses, but let's see here. Cabin, that's good.
Yeah, if they rolled a little high, it's nice to grab a free one in those chests real quick.
Not just that, but it's also, there was no tents, and since we do not know what will be around, and whether or not they will find it, that might be their only source of an actual save item apart from the inns.
I do have to say, with Lit 3 being the only AoE they've got, I'm a little surprised that One Fine Day has chosen to put the Red Mage front and center. And there's our loose canal right there in Temple of Fiends.
I mean, I'm a fan of putting the Red Mage, up top, just because, honestly, with the Thieves are a little squishy early on, and opting to pop that free cabin, so... looks like going back and maybe housing up. I didn't see how much, if he had any spells left.
I think he used both his charges of Lit, so he's probably going back to refill that and grab some items. 1,500 for houses isn't great, but it's also not the worst I've seen.
Yeah, once it hits over 2k or higher, it starts being, a toss-up on that one.
And Sylverfyre going to be the first one to go take on Garland. Oof, Lit 3 only doing 61 damage, though, so Sylverfyre resets out and decides to take it again.
Definitely worth redoing it on that one, considering, the amount of damage. Now that's a proper Lit 3 roll.
Yep. And we get
And we
adamant from the king and a bottle from Princess Sarah. Now, if Gaia has been shuffled to be nearby, that bottle could lead us directly to another progression item.
Not just that, but since we also have access to the dwarf cave, you'll also see that.
Absolutely, that adamant is a nice quick turn in as well.
Most definitely.
And it looks like we've got to pause on One Fine Day's stream in order to get these two synced back up.
Yep.
And we do have chain armor immediately available, so that will, like someone in chat mentioned, make the red mage a little more tanky than the rest of the classes. And it looks like Sylverfyre is also buying some wooden armor for those thieves, just so they have a little bit of absorb. And now we're properly synced. One Fine Day is heading out, whereas Sylverfyre is on her way over to what might be Provoca, might be anything else. And tonight, Provoca is Crescent Lake, which is not a bad find early, because that's a free incentive item. So it'll be nice to see what that is. What do we got in the armor shop? Nothing really of worth for this party. And Sylverfyre checking a level 6 white magic. We've got Invis 2 and Heal 3. You don't like to see that at level 6, but you can make do. And level 6 fast. Unfortunately, it looks like we will not be getting fast this siege.
Sadly, that is a thing. But with everything that is present, ooh, a loot.
Yeah, you don't necessarily want to see it this early. However, seeing it this early is nice because you don't have to go hunting for the loot. That could be in literally any chest outside of Temple of Fiends Revisited. So it's not going to send you on a wild goose chase.
Ooh, the wolves have stinger.
Yep, wolves are very annoying and very toxic. Well, not toxic, just poisonous.
I mean, they're wolves. It could be worse.
It's true, they could be toxic.
Yes. Let's see. Ooh, bro ring. Not bad. 431 gold and 650. Not
Yeah,
bad.
a little bit of gold is nice, but that pro ring is huge. That's the best hand armor you can find in the game, so grabbing one of those right off the bat is fantastic.
Ooh, sharks with ice too.
Groggy Dog asking if this is the first in the One Fine Day vs Sylverfyre series. Yes, it is. This is their first match.
Yep. Now, will Sylverfyre actually see that Ice 2 come out? Probably not. But
Nope.
Tents rolled low, though, so that's a good thing.
They certainly did. And, yeah, Sylverfyre getting lucky with that Lit 3 cast coming out.
Let's see. As you pointed out, nothing good as far as the shops go. We have yet to find the vendor item.
Nope, we have not.
As a positive, though, with what we have seen so far, we still have the adamant turn in. If the depending on what Elfland is, that might affect things. And we might see a marsh play, provided if Elfland is any dungeon, if it's Melmond or any of the areas where it really won't help them.
I doubt we'll see a marsh play this early, considering they already got the canal out of Temple of Fiends.
Oh yeah, that's right. So used to actually not being that.
That would be a pretty wild gamble, but though this is a casino-themed tournament, and we've got Lupa Lupa Land Lefane at Elfland, so no help there.
Called it.
Ragnarok784 in chat mentioning that they're missing out on the loose floater down in down in Marsh. Well, we can only hope.
Let's see, some money in Dwarf Cave, some more money in Dwarf Cave.
Sylverfyre almost forgetting that she can turn in the adamant, but turns back around and gets a ruby, which is great. That's another easy 2 turn-ins that we can do right away.
Yes, definitely. Plus, you also have. Well, no, you've already checked Crescent Lake, but you have the Crescent Lake location. And since we know where 3 of the towns are, I'm trying to remember, we have what? Gaia, Bravoka, Elfland, and Anrak left out of them, right? And who? Here's Anrak. Oh, and Melmond.
Apologies to Sylverfyre. Sylverfyre uses they, them pronouns, and I was getting that wrong.
Don't worry.
Thank you to our wonderful tracker Crab Cakes for pointing that out.
Yes. Crab Cakes, one of the best in the game at not only tracking but racing this game.
Absolutely. Crab Cakes is always dangerous.
So we're just about to see Titan's Trove. This is an incentivized location still, right?
It sure is, and so is Sarda just beyond the Titan, so we've got 2 nice incentive checks thanks to that ruby.
Yup. And as Asher points out in chat, Cure 4 is red wizard learnable, which is huge.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get Cure 4 anyway, because you have a white mage, but being able to get 2 casts of it really is gonna help with a party that's gonna be generally squishier than one that, say, might have a... Oh, that's a loose crown!
So make that 3 items.
And a canoe!
The seed starting to... I wouldn't say it's turning into a jet seed, but having this many, you know, key items early on is giving them access to a lot more EXP.
Absolutely, and considering where their position is, that crown is also a pretty easy turn-in. You can bring that to the Northwest Castle and the Kindly Old King pretty quickly.
Most definitely. Looks like onefineday is in the camp of check Zarya first, then go back and check Titan's Trove versus Sylverfyre's checking Titan's Trove first, then checking Zarya. Both of them are basically about the same. I don't know which is faster, but hey,
fetch quest. Let's get that herb from Old Man Sarda and bring it over to the Sleeping Prince.
Sarda basically passing along the drugs from one, you know, old man to another.
Sylverfyre resetting out of some cats.
I haven't been paying attention to the encounter table yet, but have we found a good hero run yet?
I don't know that if we have. It doesn't look like either of them have been resetting. It looks like they've just been kind of dropping save items and going. Looks like Sylverfyre is going down to check the top floor of Earth while they're here. But getting waylaid by some rude undead over and over. Meanwhile, onefineday stocking up on save items. Sylverfyre luckily getting away from that gigantic pack of Grey Wolves before they can try anything. Oh, so hogs have slow. That's very annoying. Sylverfyre picking up a light axe in the top floor of Earth Cave, deciding that's worth taking out, which makes sense. This early in the game, when you've got some areas with a high density of undead, it can really help you clear them out nice and quick. And on the spike tile, we have a Sphinx. Unfortunately, they checked that before checking what was in the chest. And it turns out it was just a cap, so no help there. And is this even randomized? We have giants in the Hall of Giants.
I see we have an Earth Cave play over on sylverfyre's side.
We sure do, whereas One Fine Day has gone and found Gaia.
So we will see what's in the fairy battle today. We have a slab. Catch me up. Have either of them gone apparently and checked the crown or the herb yet?
No, I don't believe so. One Fine Day went over to check what Crescent Lake was and found Gaia. And there was a chime in the shop. However, Sylverfyre is about to turn in that crown, and it's just an opal bracelet, which, again, great armor, but not progression.
I think he might be a little ahead, but still.
Nope, I just refreshed our stream because we were actually very behind. And it looks like there's a cube from the Elf Prince.
So we have access to Sky.
Yep, once that chime gets purchased, we would have full access to Sky for those other 2 loose items that are currently evading us.
I mean, Sky has some, interesting checks early on, which is good. It's not as front-loaded as Volcano, but it's close enough that, very easy check.
For sure. Sylverfyre going to turn in their herb and get their cube.
You mean basically picking up the GameCube from the Elven Prince?
Yep, gonna take back their copy of Smash Melee.
Also, you may notice the Elven, inn and church. That is exclusive to the randomizer, and it is the Elvish hospitality flag.
Lefanish hospitality, yes.
Lefanish.
They are in Elfland currently, but it is Lefanish hospitality.
I mean, technically they are elves, if I recall correctly, but yeah.
And Sylverfyre going down to check out the incentivized item in Ordeals. This will be an interesting play.
It is indeed.
And One Fine Day making the same play. Sylverfyre doing their best to get through this teleporter maze, and does so pretty quickly.
Yep. Now let's see if they haven't found any good trap tiles yet, so it makes you wonder whether or not there's going to be anything good here. Arbones? Not really?
Nah, those aren't a good trap tile. They don't give you much experience, and they're usually jerks. And we get a silver hammer, a tiny amount of gold, and a Aegis shield that we can sell for significantly more gold. Ooh, Bane Sword, that's useful. 11k, decent, and just money. Lots and lots of money in ordeals today.
True. Though, let's see what that incentivized chest has.
Yeah, the question is going to be, do Sylverfyre and One Fine Day have enough firepower to get out of ordeals? Unfortunately, the stream lagged, so I did not see what was in that incentivized chest when Sylverfyre picked it up.
I only saw the party, so let's see if we can manage to see it on One Fine Day's side.
Oh, the chat is letting us know that it was the Oxy Ale.
Thank you very much for the information, chat. So, since we know where Rack is, we might actually see a Sea Shrine dive. Ooh.
Sylverfyre getting a lucky encounter with a Sauria, that's worth some decent XP, takes their party up to level 8. Yeah, it looks like One Fine Day wiped us something in
they took
ordeal.
He took a wipe and not a wipe. He took a battle. I forget which one it was, and just decided to reset from it.
Gotcha. Meanwhile, it looks like Sylverfyre is going over to check the Vanilla on-rack location, and probably the Waterfall Cave as well, while they're at it.
I am actually surprised that we have yet to see a dive into ice or into the volcano.
Yeah, I mean, right now we've only got the one sweeper, and considering we just found Elfland at the Vanilla on-rack location with level 3 nuke, we've got all the sweeper we could want now.
They'll each have 3 sources of nuke because it's in that first slot, if I recall correctly. So once those thieves promote, they'll have access to nuke as well.
They certainly will.
Gold bracelets rolled high.
Oof, yeah, almost max price gold bracelets. You hate to see that. Sylverfyre taking this time to restock some items. LCB in chat pointing out that you really want to have warp or exit before you go towards Volcano and Ice Cave, just in case. And unfortunately, we still haven't seen exit and or warp. So, and level 4 black magic, aside from quad X, isn't great.
Very true, and don't think there was much in level 4 white magic as well, if I recall correctly.
No, well, I mean, there was lamp, but
looks like One Fine Day will give us a little look. Invis 1.
yeah, and soft has some use if you forget to buy some soft potions.
I mean, I'm a fan if there's nothing else that's good in that level, and you have a white mage, it's worth picking it up just to the money to save if softs rolled high.
Yeah.
I forget how much they rolled, but ooh.
Got a nice 30k for selling that Aegis shield. Woof, the Frostgators and Red Kareeves are kind of brutalizing that feat. And Sylverfyre, first to make their way into the waterfall, though One Fine Day is just about synced.
Would you say that those Frostgators were trying to take a bite out of crime?
Oh god. Oh god. Mechalink in chat pointing out that it was likely a plan to have that thief go down, and that is likely. A three-man party is going to be really nice. We got a crystal from the robot in the waterfall, and we also picked up a katana in one of those chests, which you're going to want to equip on one of your thieves when they promote.
That's looking like the tail might actually be loose with some of the items that are left. I'm personally hoping for a loose tail and people not checking.
And Crabcake's pointing out that Sylverfyre did get a massive hero run from the opening of Waterfall all the way to the Waterfall incentives.
I did not see where that was in the table, but it seems like it is a little bit deep into there.
Yeah, it's something.
As a positive note, that means that they will probably plan out a good spot to use that in Temple Feeds Revisited, as being able to know where that's going to be, that might help them get through the seafloor.
One fine day, running into a pair of gas dragons, one back one, then another one, and Sylverfyre successfully taking out a big old pack of Paralists, which is some great XP this early in the game. Another pack almost entirely goes down to Poison Smoke, but the last one falls to the Lightning 3.
I mean, if it's able to take down an entire pack with the Bane Sword, that's worth it. You know, Quickie XP helps that one. And on One Five Days side, also picking up their crystal.
Sylverfyre wanting nothing to do with these Gasties, and I don't blame them. You're kind of squishy at this level. And now they're getting the back-to-back Gasty, and I expect they're about to... a third Gasty, good lord.
And looks like 1-5 days, our first runner out of the waterfall.
Yeah, it looks like One Fine Day got his hero run right at the end on the going out.
Very, very true. Now, I gotta ask Dr. Funkin, where do you go next with the items you have?
That's a tough question. I don't feel like I'd be comfortable at this level diving Sky, so I would probably go to Ice Cave next, because it's the next incentive location, and then it's eat from there depending on what that item is. Like, if it's the floater, great, the world's my oyster. If it's not, then I can head into Volcano, which is a fairly easy check and I can potentially clear at this point.
And Sylverfyre, checking for the shop item, as they have not yet found Gaia. As we know, that is in Crescent Lake. So, wait, was that Onrak or Gaia that was there?
Pretty sure it was Gaia at Crescent Lake, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right on that one, but yes. I mean, we do know where Onrak is. That's in the vanilla Melmont location.
Our wonderful tracker, Crabcakes, verifying that it was in fact Gaia at Crescent Lake.
So we know that the slab will not lead to the floater tonight because of the because of Melmond and Gotta try to remember the last town. That one rolling behind the
Provoca, I
flavor.
believe.
Yep. So we do have an item that is locked there, and onefineday going to turn in the crystal. Also getting their TNT.
Yep. So the fetch quest chain continues as the crystal leads to TNT, which leads back to Dwarf.
And Sylverfyre just about to find Gaia on their side. Nearly having enough. In fact, I think having enough to buy that chime.
They'll find out pretty soon. J-Lo Canoe was the incentive item in the Titan's tunnel. Yep, 35 goes ahead and buys that chime, so now Sylverfyre has access to Sky if they want it.
Considering where they are, I am betting they will check Ice Cave and Volcano. But anything else. And ooh!
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Getting the key.
Insane, that key. Basically saying here, check out our treasury.
So technically, the only thing we need for go mode at this point is the rod to get to the bottom of Earth Cave.
Definitely. Definitely. And with that key and with where onefineday is, I could see them checking quite a few locations near here. Most likely we'll see. Go ahead.
I was just saying, there's just a lot of locked chests that you can now take a look at, basically for free in the Inner Sea here, that might have some of your loose items.
Oh, most definitely. And looks like Sylverfyre opting to burn off some encounters before going into Volcano.
However, it looks like onefineday is not going towards the locked chests.
I would say, let's see. Ooh! Crescent Lake, taking it in there. Probably picking up some items. Maybe having enough money to pick up some spells, maybe?
It's a possibility, though I'm not sure there was much to worry about at level 6. I know Fast was there, but it was locked to, I believe, a Black Mage.
Ah, I see what onefineday is doing. They are headed for Ice Cave. They are going to take the canoe to Ice Cave and... Ooh! A ribbon!
Ooh, hello! Oh, you love to see a ribbon in the armory. It may only offer one absorb, but it cuts all elemental damage in half by giving you resistance to the damages, and makes it so that you're only going to get hit by instant deaths on a 3 out of 256. Sylverfyre nuking down this trap tile.
Oh. Is that a trap tile that I think it is?
It was 3 Agamas and a fire giant.
Wow! I mean, having an actual proper Agama tile is always the dream if you're an old school runner of this game, like, you know, the randomizer like me.
Yep. And Sylverfyre also found a ton of money in the armory there. So basically got a refund for their chime. Crabcake's pointing out that could be a great late-game grind, and I'm inclined to agree. Agamas are the unit of XP in this game for a reason, and the Fire Giant doesn't hurt you.
Oh! that's an even better tile if they rolled low.
Yeah, they were hitting kind of hard, though.
Oh.
And a second ribbon! Oh, wow! The top of Volcano is loaded!
Yes! Indeed! So, when one fine day...
Sylverfyre going out to save, and I do not blame them.
I do not blame them either. One fine day checking out ice.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the incentive item is here. Gonna be a while, because we gotta do this the long way. Ooh, unrunnable Whiz Ogres and Gur Ogres. Annoying. But Nuke takes care. Whoa! Wow, Whiz Ogres rolled low and Gur Ogres rolled high.
It's definitely...
Meanwhile, one fine day, continuing to run into a whole bunch of undead.
Ooh, Zeus Gauntlet pickup for Sylverfyre.
Oh, that's really nice, being able to have a second sweeper on another character. A little bit of Lit 2 action from the glove.
Ooh, unrunnable Earths.
How very vanilla of them.
I mean, it's not a bad tile, but it's nowhere near as good as that Agama tile.
No, the 3 Agamas with a red giant has been the premium grind tile so far.
I mean, the only tile that reminds me of that could actually be better is a quad eye tile.
Oh no, it looks like the Wizards had stone and one fine day had to reset out.
I think also at one point that he lost his red mates and decided to reset out as well, because the red mates being their only offensive power apart from Nuke, and with Nuke especially.
Mecha Link saying that Sylverfyre went ahead and dropped the Zeus Gauntlet, which is a little surprising.
I agree. Although it's not as good as the Zeus Gauntlet in Final Fantasy IV, which gives a lot of strength. It gives access to a very good spell, and even with the Bane Sword, you're still not guaranteed for that to work.
Sylverfyre going deeper and deciding to take this red giant Agama fight again. Can't blame her. Can't blame them, considering how much XP it's worth.
I mean, you're right there. Opal Shield, more money.
Yep, Sylverfyre just needs to remember that they can go ahead and sell those shields to make the money, though at this point I don't think there's much they care to buy. Maybe if they really feel they need to buy a gold bracelet later, but other than that...
Oh, Dr. Pumpkin, look at what's on the ice side.
Ooh, Sorias.
So both Ice Cave and Volcano paying off with good EXP tiles.
Absolutely. Ah, another pro ring in the Agama room.
But it's looking like the Sarias are rolled high on 8.
Yeah, and one fine day has had enough of them.
I mean, if they roll low, they'd be better than the Agamas, but still. Ooh, Thorhammer!
That's our second loose, because the Thorhammer is an incentive item.
You want to run down what the other incentive items are for our viewers?
Sure. So what we have left for incentive items at this point are the rod, the tail, the floater, and the power gauntlet. Ooh, speaking of great grind tiles, One Fine Day has found some sandwiches. They're looking a little beefy, though. They survived a nuke.
Very true, and it looks like on Sylverfyre's side, they're attempting to take down Carrie. So let's see, going for Bane, some nuke. Ineffective with the Bane, casting some ruse. Nuke comes out for a bunch of damage.
320, not bad.
Carry 2. Ooh, tail on One of Day's side. Also, looks like another nuke coming out. 44, losing up the party again, making it easier to dodge. Blizzard from Carrie.
Ooh, yeah, Carrie's being a little rude tonight.
Another nuke comes out.
Good tuner,
195.
Sylverfyre takes down Carrie. And at 39 minutes and 16 seconds, we have our first orb of the match lit.
That is true. Looks like the Great Peds are unrunnable.
That's kind of rough, because they tend to roll pretty high on health. And One Fine Day choosing to reset out and leave Ice Cave without the tail.
They almost had to because they were out of spell charges. And since their Red Mage doesn't have a weapon on them, they really couldn't try to take them down.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just unfortunate.
Although the one nice thing is One Fine Day does know where another one of the loose items is, so they are a lot closer to go mode with knowledge.
Yep, though I imagine Sylverfyre is not going to be too far behind. They are currently boating up towards the Ice Cave dock. Oh, actually, they're boating up and around. Sky, says Crab Cakes.
I mean... going to go turn the crystal. Picking up their TNT, so that will lead to their key.
And yep, they're gonna go ahead and hoof it over to dwarves right away.
With what we do know that has been found, the rod cannot be loose, if I've done my math correctly.
Let's see, because we've got Provoca's gonna be an incentive item. It can't be the tail. So, I think Provoca would have to be the rod at this point, and that leaves us with a loose floater, right?
If my math's correct, then yes. As in order to get to Provoca, they will need the airship. So, and also you have Dr. too. So, between those two, we know the floater is going to be loose. Come on, Marsh. Come on, Marsh locked.
That would be a huge brain play if Sylverfyre turns in the TNT, gets the key, then walks straight down to Marsh.
Well, I mean, they are also by the Northwest Castle, so they will probably check there as well.
That's true. Not gonna have to worry about buying pro rings today. They're just all over the place in chests.
And One Fine Day will most likely be picking up both of their ribbons. And
It's not possible for the floater to be in TFC and C. We haven't found on-rack yet.
Yeah, we have.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, Melmond.
Oh, Melmon was on-rack. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it could be in C.
Yep.
Though TFC isn't as big a deal when we've already got the key.
I mean, which would you prefer? C in TFC or Marsh?
I would prefer Marsh because that's the one you're less likely to check. Ooh, a black shirt. Can't equip it, but it's, you know, nice to cast Ice 2 with.
Ooh, and some Manticores. Not bad for experience, but... Let's see, Nuke, but looks like they rolled high.
Yeah, this is not the best, tape.
They are susceptible to Bane.
Yep, Poison Smoke takes them all out, so that'll be a nice little XP boost.
And Gludies!
Bong780 in chat asking if they need floater. Yes, floater will be required because Rod is going to be either an incentive turn-in from the slab, which we cannot get translated without the floater currently, or it is going to be from the pirates, which we cannot reach without the floater currently.
And looks like One Fine Day just found their Agamatile grind. I wonder if they will pick up some fights there.
Sylverfyre doing a really smart play of saving at the Northwest Castle, walking down to Elfland to check the armory, the lock chest in the Elfland Castle, decided they weren't worth it, and reset back up, saving a whole bunch of walking.
Although I am surprised at Sylverfyre not checking the Temple of Fiends chest, since they had to basically walk right by it.
Yeah, I don't imagine they forgot about them, but these are freer checks.
I think it has to deal with where they parked their Oh!
There's the third ribbon. So we don't really want for gear. We've got 3 pro rings, we've got 3 ribbons.
I mean, in this instance, I'd almost be tempted to reset. Back out, make a note that that's where the third ribbon is, come back once you have the airship.
I don't know that that's necessarily saving a whole lot of time, considering you're already here and you had to walk past it anyway to get back to where your boat is.
I know, but taking the reset would allow you to get immediately back to your boat on that. But I can't fault them either way, because
well, the reset won't get them back to their boat, because their last place they saved was back by dwarves, and their boat is parked up by Matoya.
Ah, I did not realize that was where they parked.
Yeah, they turned in the crystal and then immediately walked down to go get the TNT.
That's surprising. I mean, you have the canoe, could have parked in the river, one of the rivers, and then have walked around from there, but I can understand, you know, having to do that.
It'd be interesting to see where Sylverfyre goes from here. I'm gonna guess ice because they haven't been there yet, and that's still an incentive location, but who knows, they may go to sky just for chest density.
With where they're headed, I'm trying to remember my mental map, they're headed up north from there.
Yep, they're going to sky. Oh, hey, a T-Rex.
Are we gonna see Team Steak today, or Team
Pretty much
Veggie?
everyone is Team Rare Steak.
I mean,
this is one of the highest. No, didn't get taken down by the nuke or the Bane and was hitting too hard.
But, ooh, we will see at least one Tyro have to go.
Unrunnable stakes.
Game says, nah. You better be hungry, because we're going to make you have to eat a steak. However, as a positive note, this will give some good EXP.
Ooh, Crabcake's pointing out that Sylverfyre is down to only 30 heal pots, which is a little risky when going into Sky.
Most likely we will not see a clear here, but we will probably see at least a check of the tower.
Yep, absolutely. And, getting ambushed by these Medusas and a cat casting Cremate just to be a jerk.
And there's the speed bumps.
Going ahead and hitting him up with the Light Axe and some Nuke, just because that's worth pretty good XP, so why not?
Yep, and it also, if they rolled high in HP, it will also help know for when they enter Earth.
But considering they were going down to about 100 damage off of a off of a cast of the Light Axe, I wouldn't say they rolled particularly high.
And looks like One Fine Day is just about at carry.
Yep, we'll see how this goes for One Fine Day.
So let's see. Opting for the Zeus Gauntlet, opting for a nuke, opting for Fog 2.
And Carrie starts things off with Blizzard.
Nuke comes out, 150 damage. Zeus comes out, 21 damage. 2 hits from that thief. Fog 2 coming out. Increasing some absorb. Another nuke. Lit 2 coming out, taking down one of those thieves. Nuke coming out from that red mage. 260 damage, and carry 1 is down on One Fine Day's side. So, about 50 minutes and 20 seconds, One Fine Day has lit their first orb.
Yep, about 12 minutes behind where Sylverfyre did it.
And as chat reminds me, orb!
Crabcake's pointing out it's a little surprising that One Fine Day is still 4-manning this, and I have to say that I kind of agree. Generally, when you've got, 2 thieves, you would damn one so that you pile on the XP much heavier on those other 3 party members.
I think their thought is that because they don't really have a good source of damage, having a actual warm body that can absorb a hit and keep that red mage alive is probably what's going.
Definitely could be the case.
Especially since with only 3 people, there is a higher chance of that red mage getting taken down, and since they are your main source of damage right now, you want that red mage standing.
Speaking of your red mage wanting standing, 195 damage from one of those vampires on the red mage.
Luckily, Life 1 was learnable very early on.
I think Sylverfyre is going to find out real quick that they are running awfully low on heal pots.
Too true.
But it looks like they've got into their hero run at this point, so they'll at least be able to check what's in greater than, less than here. Ooh, a gold bracelet. Considering how much those cost, that's worth its weight in gold.
Well, I mean, flame armor.
Definitely want to hang on to that for when you promote your ninja.
Sun sword!
That's great to throw on your red mage immediately.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Sun sword being one of the best pieces of equipment that your red mage can equip, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's basically that and Masa. I think they
And-
can equip Vorpal when they class change as well.
And One Fine Day finding their third ribbon.
Ooh, a defense sword.
Sword!
So yeah, Sky is stacked even if it doesn't have a even if it doesn't have an incentive item.
If I recall correctly, can't the Red Wizard also equip Sword?
I'm sorry, you cut out there.
Sorry, I said can't the Red Wizard also equip the defense sword?
They might be able to. I'm not 100% on that.
Let's see. One Fine Day checking the Temple of Fiends chats.
Crabcake's pointing out that red wizards can use the defense sword, but it's essentially the same as the sun sword as far as equipability, and you can equip the sun sword now instead of later.
Very true.
Lit 3 taking down a bunch of Gurmadeuces, which is going to be some more great XP.
And we found the Gur Shark tile, heal pot. Nothing good in Temple of Fiends. And ooh, One Fine Day resetting out. Hopefully they did remember to save before checking the Temple of Fiends.
I have to imagine they did, considering that ribbon.
I mean, we've all forgotten some things here and there, but picking up more money, the Rune Sword, and 3 gold in the Elflin Treasury. Now,
Yeah, Elflin Treasury wasn't much.
if you're One Fine Day, you're by Marsh. Do you go down and check Marsh?
Well,
But
it's not the right move, considering Sylverfyre just found the loose floater in Sky.
I mean,
And with that, we as commentary are in no mode. We know that that floater is going to lead directly to the rod, be it just from the pirates or from translating the slab and turning that in.
I mean, the one thing Sylverfyre does not know is where the tail is. They
That's true.
have not found the. They have not been to ice, so they do not know where the other loose item is.
That's true, though I imagine after turning in the floater, that may be one of the first places they stop.
Betting because of what's left, they will probably check Gaia first, as they know that Gaia or Lefant is the Provoca. And considering that is a free item on some very weak enemies, it's worth checking.
Jaded Dragon in chat asking what version Sylverfyre is playing. Sylverfyre is playing a mod called the Valkyries of Light, which turns your light warriors into badass ladies. And it also sets the items so that they have proper capitalization.
It's part of the fun percent flags, if I recall correctly. Ooh, looks like One Fine Day is going to go check the ladies out.
Yeah, it's not a fun percent thing. It's a mod you have to install.
Huh, did not know. And TFC today is just a cabin.
Oh boy. But there's an Excalibur, so there's some more money.
I mean, it's X-Cow.
Excal's an endgame sword, technically.
I mean, it's used in the vanilla speedrun if you're using RNG manipulation.
Though technically anything can be an endgame sword if you find the power bonk.
True. but I don't think you want to be swinging a short sword, into Ophir with the power bonk. So just about to get to the Rubicon Desert. Gets there. Let's see. So we'll be in the air in about 58 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yep, and immediately goes to the Gaia location, just like you said, and it's Provoca. So we're gonna real quick see what we've got for level 2 magic and what the pirates have got for us. And we have got Cure 3, Exit, not bad.
Not bad at all.
And Harm 3, not bad if you're running into some undead.
And this also means we do know where, Temper and Warp!
Yeah, and Lock. I mean, we're fast is kind of out of reach, so having Lock to be able to deal with an evasive threat will be real nice.
And let's see what Binky has in store for us today.
Lit 3 will clean up these pirates real quick. And this is either going to be the Rod or the Power Bonk, though Sylverfyre's stream appears to have frozen for us. Oh, One Fine Day just found Masamune and the mermaids, so, I mean, it's not necessarily what he was looking for, but it's a great find.
I mean, that alone is something that might help them, since I do not think Sylverfyre will check Mermaid.
That's true, and Crabcakes in chat pointing out that getting the Masa means that One Fine Day it now does not really have to worry about going back for that tail in the ice cave.
I mean, you give that to your red mage, because I would personally choose red mage over a thief on that one. But that's just me. And I agree with Ragnarok in chat that once One Fine Day finds the floater, there is a good chance they may go back and actually check and get the tail out of ice.
Yeah,
they
there's
have a katana
lot of
as
stuff.
well.
They've got the katana, they've got that red mail, they've plus Crabcakes pointing out that Cure 4 was promotion locked for the White Wizard.
Also Temper and Nuke.
Yeah, so there's a lot of incentive to go back and get that tail even after finding that Masa.
Very true.
Considering that Sylverfyre has come down to get the slab translated, I am guessing it was the Power Bonk at the Pirates, but hard to say for sure.
I mean, they still have yet to find the tail, and we know that it is in an incentive location. Also, they have yet to find the Thor Hammer, which is the other incentive-induced item, so they are not sure on that one. And finding Pro Rings for sale. Relatively cheap, too, I might add.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they didn't already find 3 of them in chests, that would be a bigger
Oh
deal.
my
Hey,
god!
Life 2
Life
at level
2.
5. And, yeah, I mean, also Wall, so if we didn't already have 3 ribbons, we would definitely be set. And there's some Lock 2 and Bracket level 5 Black Magic.
And it looks like One Fine Day is headed out of the, they're headed out of Sea Shrine. I do not know if they will dive back in or not on that one. Headed to the item shop,
I imagine they gotta refill some heal pots after doing that quick dive.
And I didn't catch it whether or not the rod was in Sylverfyre's inventory. I don't think it was, so
Chat
that will be
said that they saw that Sylverfyre had Bonk in their inventory, so Rod is gonna be in Lefane.
Okay. And looks like One Fine Day is opting to go back in. Now here's a question.
Looks like Sylverfyre may have forgotten where Lefane was.
Well, unlikely. But here's a question. You still don't know what... You still know that there's going to be at least one loose item. You know that much. You have not seen it. If you're Sylverfyre, are you going to go... Once you get the actual rod, are you going to Earth? Or are you going to try checking out Ice? Ice, you know, is a location, but you also know that there's going to be another loose item.
Yeah, I would absolutely go to Ice first, because, like, again, like you said, you know that there's still a loose item, but that loose item may not be necessary, and going to Ice will get that out of the way.
Very true. And finding Elfland again? But while we've been looking on Sylverfyre's side, it looks like One Fine Day is on their way to Kraken.
Yep, it does make a bit of sense. There's a lot of chests to check here, and if you can clear it out, do it. You're already...
Very true. And considering One Fine Day does still need to find the floater, the red anklet tile in Sea Shrine. Sadly, not the best tile for grinding.
Nope, they're just big, rude monsters.
Sylverfyre, remembering where Lefane is. So let's see, gets the rod.
Casting Exit to get out quicker, always a smart move.
And Sylverfyre is actually
nice.
in go mode.
Yep, though they definitely want the tail, so they're gonna go check that incentive location to see if that's it.
I almost wish the tail was the loose item.
Well, considering I don't know if they bought Warp, they're probably going to find out beforehand.
I believe they did buy it.
Okay, if they bought Warp, then they're not gonna go. They're not gonna ever see the Thor hammer, and they'll be happy to get right the heck out. I mean, at this point, you've got a katana, you've got a sun sword, you've got all kinds of you've got all kinds of ribbons and pro rings. You're pretty good as far as gear goes.
I mean, they won't get Massa. They'll have the katana, and that will put the one of the ninjas as their main damage dealer. Then.
Yeah, and that's really not a bad place to be, considering the crit rate and damage rating on the katana is so good. It's got the same crit rate as Vorpal, the highest crit rate in the game, and it just has higher damage. And yep, not even bothering to check the rest of chests in Ice, just going ahead and exiting out. And going to immediately go in class change.
So it's going to come down to... And while Sylverfyre goes in class changes, One Fine Day is at Kraken. Opting for a nuke. Let's see, 170 damage, swing with fighter, 4 hits, 254 damage, fire 2 coming out for Kraken. That Massa putting in some work.
Absolutely.
Fall 2, armoring up. Swing, Zeus Gauntlet coming out, nuke coming out, some more ruse. Nuke coming out, and Kraken 1 is down on One Fine Day's side.
Yeah, and doing it at a relatively low level too, only level 14 going into that fight. That's pretty impressive considering how nasty even Kraken 1 can be. And One Fine Day takes the orb lead, though at this point, Sylverfyre has got the information lead and is in the air.
I mean, with 2 orbs, it's going to come down to where One Fine Day goes next. If they go to Sky, they will have their floater, on that one, and sylverfyre picking up nuke for those ninjas.
Absolutely makes sense. You're going to want to pick up that, and you're going to want to go back to pick up temper as well, considering fast is level 6, and I believe locked to a black mage. Also picking up Quad X, which is not a bad plan, because you may get into a situation where you need some desperation casts of Quad X.
Very true. And it looks like One Fine Day is headed for... It's either by the finish, so... I just think nearest location on that one. They might be headed for Sky.
Which we know is the correct move, since that's where the floater is. Meanwhile, sylverfyre taking advantage of that class change to move some equipment around. And it looks like they are going to be danning off their white mage as well, considering they've unequipped it completely and put it in the top slot.
Two-man strikes is a thing. Your red mage has got life, your other, party members have got that one. One Fine Day going to be able to pick up their floater. Now here's a question for you. Once One Fine Day picks up their floater, I'm betting they will not try to check Tia first, because the levels on that one.
Yeah,
But
I wouldn't take that bet. Their level his level's pretty low for trying to go after Tia at the moment, especially with the danger of a war mech on the Bridge of Destiny.
very true. However, as a positive note, having that as an option, and with One Fine Day's Orb Lead, which won't last as long as they would like, there isn't... Forgot what I was going to say.
That's alright. Ragnarok in chat pointing out that Life 2 could also be learned by the Red Wizard if sylverfyre wants to take the big long walk back to Melmond at the Vanilla Lefane location. And as expected, looks like sylverfyre is going to that Agama red giant grind tile.
So got any Agama facts?
Oh, not off the top of my head I don't, but I'm sure the chat will be happy to flood us with Agama facts.
I mean, we haven't had a good Agama facts grind session in ages.
Ragnarok, starting with the first Agama fact, they're Agamas. Very informative, thank you.
They're used for grinding in the original game, if I recall correctly.
Uninformed pleb, Agamas are worth 2,472 XP. Thank you, uninformed pleb. Agamas are used as a unit of XP measurement. For example, Warmech is worth, I believe, 12 Agamas. Might be more than that, I could be wrong.
I mean, there's a reason we use it as a unit of measurement.
Yep, they were the original grind tile.
Well, it was them and the eye tile, but it was usually you went with the Agamas because having to dip it all the way into ice versus having a really, really, really easy check in the volcano.
Yeah, the thing about the Volcano Agama tiles is that because there were two right on top of each other, you had complete safety. You were only getting fights with Agamas. Whereas the eye tile, you would have to step off of it, and with how nasty some of the stuff in Ice Cave could be, that could be fatal. Especially with a solo black belt grind.
And Carrie Grant in chat pointing out their name means lizard. I could have tried to pronounce where it's from, and also
Srantongo.
System pointing out they really just want a hug. They're bullied by the party members.
Crabcake's pointing out that One Fine Day is going to be in Go mode pretty fast. His levels are quite low and likely going to go back for the tail, but he'll be there shortly. Agama fact, they like hugs with pointy things. Agama fact, they somehow have 6 legs. Agama includes at least 37 species in Africa, especially sub-Saharan Africa.
I mean, in this case, the red giant being there is basically the owner of them.
Are you sure? Are you sure that the red giant isn't just been adopted by a loving family of Agamas?
Well, that too. Now, a good question here is whether or not One Fine Day will risk going into Topher with such lower levels, despite, you know, I expect him to grind a little bit, but having a full party of 4, Massa, having a katana, I could see them grinding for a tiny bit and just YOLOing everything else.
Yeah, it's a tough call. Especially because you don't have the security blanket of a fighter and the level of absorb that they get going into Topher. And One Fine Day grabbing his floater out of Sky and is now officially in Go mode as well.
And 729 points out in chat. Agma fact. They are the second leading cause of depression during randomizer seed.
You cut out there.
Sorry, I was trying to scroll down and read it perfectly on that one. But apparently, Agma fact is they're the second leading cause of depression in Agma seeds. I mean, in randomizer seeds, just behind having to double dip Marsh.
Oh no.
From Cyclone, Agama fact, a worm is worth about 1.76 Agamas.
Very good information to have. Looks like Sylverfyre got enough levels for the 2-person grind and is now on a full 4-person to get a little bit of a buffer on the whole party.
I hate to interrupt you, Dr. Funkin, but we need to get those actual blessed RNGs in chat.
Oh, is One Fine Day about to hit the
Yes,
to hit the Bridge of
he
Destiny?
is.
So yeah, if you want to see One Fine Day run into the War Mech, then we better get those bless RNGs in chat.
As a positive note, if One Fine Day manages to get through this, they will have a 2-orb lead on Sylverfyre.
Yeah, they will. Though Sylverfyre, after that grind, is going to have no problem going into any of these Fiend dungeons and just kind of walking their way through.
I mean, this is a gamble on One Fine Day's side. If they make it, this is huge for them. And
there's the War Mech!
War Mech starting out with Lit 2, but One Fine Day choosing to run away, and I don't blame them.
One Fine Day immediately running into unrunnable Gurnagas and Airs.
Opting for some Ruse, opting for some Zeus Gauntlets. Those Airs going down pretty easily enough. Armoring up.
Warmech attempting to assimilate One Fine Day for the Borg, but being unsuccessful. Turns out that resistance was not futile.
And ooh, One Fine Day actually being at level 18 on the entire party is actually a viable level for them.
Sylverfyre about to head down into sea to show the fish who's boss.
Level 18 for the entire party has a chance, especially with Bane opting for the defense sword on that thief. Ooh, this actually does make sense. Duke coming out from the party, 124 damage. Defense on the thief with the actual massa. Ruse coming out on the white maids. Swing, swing, swing. Zeus Gauntlet, Nuke, and then Thunder from Tia. Nuke coming out for 105 damage. Zeus coming out for 15 damage. Swing for the massa. 4 hits, 130 damage. Bane coming out. Gets the actual Bane! One Fine Day gets the Bane! And with that, One Fine Day takes a commanding 2-orb lead on Sylverfyre.
Yeah, like we said, One Fine Day does have the orb advantage, though at this point it's going to be interesting to see where he goes from this. Like, is he going to go immediately into Earth? Is he going to go back to Ice Cave and try and get that tail? We'll have to see.
I'm betting the first play is going to be moseying on down to Gaia.
I mean, the first play is going to be turning in that floater for sure. And then going to Gaia to... Yeah, that makes sense.
And at 1 hour, 19 minutes, and 56 seconds, One Fine Day has got into the air. And knowing where the tail is, and knowing where the last loose item is, they are in no mode themselves, knowing that the rod will be in Melmond.
Yeah, though he doesn't quite know that Rod's in Melmond yet. He's got to kill the pirates first.
True enough, true enough.
Meanwhile, Sylverfyre about to take on the fish, throwing out some Bane. Oh, it turns out Fast was Red Wizard learnable, so we are going to have some cast that, which is really, really good for Topher.
And Bane comes out from Sylverfyre, ineffective, swing with, I couldn't see which things, Fire 2 coming out from Kraken.
9 hits, good night.
And now One Fine Day knows exactly where the rod will be. Sylverfyre is entering Earth.
Yep, this makes sense. Earth is super quick when you're go-moding. Well, it's not super quick, but it's much quicker than if you're not go-moding it, so... And, it's a little easier than Sky.
Now, One Fine Day, where do you go after getting this slab translated? Do you go to Earth, or do you try to pick up the tail?
Chat has been saying that they think One Fine Day is gonna go back for the tail, and I'm inclined to agree. You've got too much good equipment for a ninja to not promote.
I mean, you also have the levels, too. So, having access to exit, having access to that, I can see them immediately dropping in, getting that, and immediately exiting out, and immediately then heading over to Earth.
Yeah, it's going to depend on how behind he feels, because he does have defense, bonk, and massa, so he could make a play without it.
I mean, at present, it looks like he is opting for a walking grind. Considering those frosted wolves are going down to a single nuke, that is a decent amount of EXP.
Certainly is, though One Fine Day still has a massive level disadvantage compared to Sylverfyre.
I mean, the levels aren't going to matter as much, provided that provided what One Fine Day's party competition will end with picking up Life 2 and Wall. Finding Lock 2, picking up Block 2.
Leaving Brack behind, because, I mean, at this point it's past its point of usefulness.
Well, unless you want to try for the Brack on Chaos, which is possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same 3 out of 256 chance as anyone else, unless you cast Exfer on him.
Which I've also heard of. Was it Crab Cakes or a tracker that has been reported to Expert and then mute?
Yeah, Crab Cakes absolutely did that. It was amazing.
Because a Chaos that can't cast spells means a Chaos can't heal.
Yeah, in that case, it was also throwing out some really gross things like nuke and whatnot. Sylverfyre finally being introduced to the Stone Touch Wizards.
And One Fine Day is headed for
the slab turn-in. Or, not the slab turn-in, the, well, yeah, the slab turn-in.
Pick up the rod. So let's see where they go next.
Yeah, this is going to be very telling as if they feel that they need to promote or not. It looks like they're heading towards Earth.
I mean, in this case, it took you over an hour to get into the air. You feel behind. You feel behind, especially with the type of runner that Sylverfyre is. I say you get that 4th orb. You make a dip into Topher, see if you might be able to handle it, and if not, give it one go. If you wipe, you immediately go grab that tail. If not, you're ahead and you've won.
Absolutely.
I mean, with that Massa, you have access to Life 2, if I recall. You keep that White Mage alive. You have the Defense Sword. You have Massa. You could probably survive a Topher.
Yeah, it's definitely doable, though it is going to be scary. We'll have to see if One Fine Day decides to grind up a bit.
I mean, not just that, but you also have the Power Bomb. And Lock.
Sylverfyre has unfroze and is no longer in Earth Cave. I think we can be safe in saying that they lit the Earth Orb.
Yeah, more than likely. And they'll be headed into Sky real soon.
Lich freezing Sylverfyre's stream is the most damage Lich has done in years.
And One Fine Day getting to the speed bump.
Yeah, rumor has it this is a boss, but I don't believe it.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those, it's a boss until it's a bunch of normal enemies.
One Fine Day dealing with some massive packs of undead.
I honestly don't think One Fine Day will go back for the tail.
No, if One Fine Day was going to go back for the tail, he would have done it before coming to Earth, just to try and get some spell charges on those thieves.
As I said, most likely what we will see is One Fine Day give Topher a shot. Once they get the Earth Orb lit, then if anything happens, then they will go and try to level up. I mean, Paper Topher is a thing.
Paper Topher is a thing, but One Fine Day's levels are still pretty low. I feel like he needs to take a little bit of a grind.
I mean...
He might try and grind inside Topher since he's got Exit.
Very, very true. And I don't blame him if he does decide, while sylverfyre is on their way to Tiamat, they got to Sky right now. It's going to be close. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, because this is going to be a close one. Zuskan coming out for 120 damage, Nuke coming out for 342, and Lich is down.
Yep, barely a speed bump. And
Get
at
your question.
128.56, One Fine Day is our first runner to have all 4 orbs lit.
And get your blessed RNG's chat, because sylverfyre is at the Bridge of Destiny.
One Fine Day going straight into Topher. Yeah, not even...
And at 1
for
hour,
a
29
grind.
minutes, 17 seconds. First 100 to Topher. They feel behind, they're going for it. This is a YOLO, you're at level 20.
Ooh, this
Ooh,
is
that
actually not a
actually would-
bad grind tile. Like, this, like, if I'm One Fine Day, I am definitely tempted to, maybe run down whatever spell charges I've got on them, exit out, save my levels, and then make my dive.
More than likely, because of where it is, knowing that information, they'll make the rest of the dive into Topher. If they actually do end up wiping, they will probably come back and take that grind tile.
Looks like metal slimes are unrunnable, which is annoying, but at least they're worth decent XP.
Yep.
Ooh, they rolled high on health, though. They're surviving a 300 damage from a nuke.
And those Medusas, those Grey Medusas, legitimately, back-to-back ones, like, they're hitting for some damage, but not a lot. See, you can't run. Getting hit by a lot. But One Fine Day getting away from them. Ooh. Hey, it's his friend, the Earths. And
Sylverfyre going right into Tiamat now.
see, Blacksword going for a fast on that. Ninja, 6 hits, couldn't see 3 hits, 77 damage, 2 hits. Couldn't see that one. Blacksword for that. Fast on the Ninja. Most likely the one that has the katana. Going for Cure 4.
Yep.
Going for a Nuke. Nuke comes out, 148 damage. 3 hits, 127 on the Ninja. 12 hits,
217.
yeah, Bane coming out,
Bane
ineffective. I mean, sylverfyre did manage to get a Bane off on Tia, so we don't know how beefy Tia really is.
Pretty
And it's
beefy.
the-
Just took 400 and still standing.
And those Earths again on One Fine Day side. Bane ineffective, swings out, 11 hits, 398 damage. Yeah, that is a beefy Tia.
His Cure 4 is just keeping that Bane caster up, and Bane's still ineffective. Another 12 hits, 192. Tiamat finally goes down, and at 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 25 seconds, sylverfyre has lit their 4th orb and is about to head to the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
While One Fine Day managed to get away from 2 unrunnable Earth packs, he's just about at Lich 2. Manages to get away, and pulling Lich 2. Fight, wait. Definitely not leaving anything. It's 3 hits, some damage master coming out. 5 hits, 400 and change damage, and Lich 2 is down.
Lich 2, same as Lich 1, barely a speed bump.
And onefineday is now on the Earth floor. And at 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 11 seconds, Sylverfyre has entered Temple of Fiends Revisited. Opting to respect Carry 2 by stopping to heal up. And onefineday just pulls Carry 2. There's for Nuke, Fog 2 coming out, armoring up, which is very useful. Nuke coming out, we have Nuke for 164 damage. Swing from the Massa, 5 hits, 66 damage. Oh wait, from the one thief, swinging Nuke, choosing Fog 2 again. 8 hits, 33 damage, 5 hits, 80 damage. Nuke coming out again, and opting to reset. And opting to essentially make that one, opting to get that fighter up with, sorry, that one ninja. Sorry, one thief. It's so used to, like, taking a thief in is not a good idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, with onefineday having to reset out like that, that does put him firmly behind of Sylverfyre once again.
Opting to reset from those metal slimes. Now, if you're onefineday, do you take a small grind here?
After having to reset out like that, I absolutely would. Considering that Medusa spike tile, yeah, that seems like a pretty easy spot to get some quick levels.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that one.
Do I think onefineday will? Probably not.
Opting to reset again from those metal slimes. And we have a bat in the way, and just to get back in there. Frosty fight, running away from it. While Sylverfyre having to take care of those unrunnable earths. Managed to get through that. It is on their way to that spike tile. Looks like Badmen are unrunnable, and resetting again.
And gets ambushed by the spike tile Medusas.
On the Medusa spike tile, will they stop and take some? I don't know.
Nope, going ahead and running.
Playing fast and loose, taking a shot. They feel very much behind. They know, considering how long it took them to get the to get into the air, they're feeling behind. They are feeling 100% behind. And both robbers are on the earth floor. And Sylverfyre getting to Carry 2. I mean, getting to Lich 2. And
yeah,
ooh.
Respecting Lich 2, actually, by healing up beforehand.
And opting to arm 3, swinging with that katana. Swinging 52 hits. Ice 3 coming out from Lich 2. Arm 3 coming out. We'll probably take down Lich. Oh, 70. Swing from that katana. 4 hits, 211 damage.
And the Sun Sword takes down Lich 2.
And another Agama Red Giant fight for Sylverfyre. Swing, swing, swing. Wait. 3 hits, 129 damage.
Ooh, we're gonna go fast.
Yeah, 5 hits for her. And change damage. Yeah.
Meanwhile, we got Sylverfyre taking on Carry 2, throwing out a nuke for 112 damage, cast Fog 2, 12 hits, 624, Carry swings back, 7 hits for 175 damage, Katana goes again, 12 hits, 389, Carry still standing, pops the white mage one right in the mouth and takes out the white mage. Meanwhile, we're casting a little more nuke. 169, terminated. And thankfully, that red mage will get that white mage right back up on her feet.
Yep. And so, fire on the seafloor, getting that huge hero run on this floor. Definitely respecting carry too. Well, One Fine Day has pulled Kraken has pulled carry too. Sylverfyre pulling carry too, just about at the same time, opting for appears to be nuke, fasting that ninja with katana, going for invis 2 here. Everything's easy to dodge now.
Kraken with a rub, free turn.
Fast 2 coming out, 3 hits. Ew.
Yeah,
that Kraken
had no health whatsoever. Goodbye, Kraken 2.
And One Fine Day getting through that carry 2 fight. So here's Tia 2. What do you do, Sylverfyre? What do you do? Bit 2 coming out from Tia 2. Wow. Sylverfyre is taking on Tia 2. One Fine Day has just reached Kraken 2. Fight, temper on that ninja with the katana, tempering up, swinging, 4 hits, 82 damage, 11 hits, 280 some damage, and ooh, that Tia!
Yeah, Tia's hitting hard tonight. 11 hits, 596, Tia's still standing. Swing and a miss, 4 hits, 69 damage, nice.
And
Tia giving us a free turn with ink.
And One Fine Day takes down carry 2. Sorry, Kraken 2.
Yeah, but unfortunately down to 2 party members.
And just hoofing it, not even respecting Tia. Ink coming out, so free turn, opting the defense sword again, tempering, Lizard coming out on that one. Swinging on that one for Sylverfyre, 3 hits.
This is actually a big problem with not grabbing the tail. One Fine Day doesn't have life on the red mage because it was red wizard locked.
Keep throwing out Quad X, Lit 2 coming out from Tia 2. Swinging again, 4 hits, 277 damage, 3 hits, 3 damage. Bane coming out. Ew! One Fine Day is one-manning it. And Chaos comes out for Sylverfyre, opting to take Chaos seriously. Fast, to invis. Defense sword coming out. Fast coming out on that ninja. Invis 2 coming out on the entire party.
Chaos swinging hard, 1 hit for 211 on damage.
And Tia 2 is down for One Fine Day. Temper coming out for Sylverfyre.
Ooh, unrunnable iron goal for One Fine Day.
Squirrel coming out from Chaos. Temper coming out on that. Go for that ninja again. Heal 3 coming out. Cure 4 on the white mage. Eleven hits, 500 of damage. Swinging, 11 hits, 400 chase damage. Blaze coming out. Nuke oh god!
Nuke! Oh no! It took out the ninja! There's only the white mage standing. The white mage has no ability to do damage, and Sylverfyre takes a wipe on Chaos, and One Fine Day also taking a wipe on Chaos. And we are back to square one.
One Fine Day going straight in again.
Sylverfyre burning off a couple of encounters before going right back in. Wow, that was a really rude nuke for Sylverfyre from Chaos.
After 2 wipes, One Fine Day, I don't know if they're going to try to grind or not. I think they are going to pick up some levels on that one.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, considering how tough it... Oh god, fighters have thunder. Yeah, considering how bad those lower fiends were, you kind of have to take some levels at this point.
Agreed. Gets through, Gasty fight, opting to take it. More than likely we'll go pick up a few fights from that Medusa pack and then immediately exit and then get right back in there.
And these bad men are being real mean to Sylverfyre over here. Taking out one of the ninjas.
Back Gasty fights for One Fine Day.
That's some great XP.
Yes, it is. Sylverfyre opting to run away from that Medusa fight.
And that makes sense. Sylverfyre has got nothing. It's, at this point, a waste of resources for Sylverfyre to take that fight.
And having to take care of the slime fight.
And unfortunately, the slime fight is unrunnable, and you gotta use some resources on them just because of how much health they have and how hard they hit.
And One Fine Day taking that Medusa fight. They go down to a single nuke. Wow.
Yeah, Gurmedusas are squishy, and yeah, One Fine Day finally taking this Gurmedusa grind.
He's trying Lit 3 now to see if they go down to a Lit 3. Do they go down to a Lit 3? They do!
Yep. Only 78 damage from one of those Lit 3 casts, and it still went down, so...
Yeah, this is going to be a good grind. And with that, banning one of the fighter, banning one of the thieves, but not the good thief. Sylverfyre up to Lich 2 again.
Going ahead and disrespecting after he did absolutely nothing to them the first time.
Yep, Tornado coming out. Dr. Funkin? Is it just because One Fine Day going to actually try what I think he's going to try?
What do you think he's going to try? It looks like he's
Two
trying
manning.
to... Yeah. It's not going particularly well, considering those Gurmedusas are only doing 1 damage per hit.
However, with what Chaos has, this could be interesting on that one.
Yeah, I definitely don't like going down to 2-man here when the White Mage is your only life caster.
You do have Exit, though, on the Red Mage, if I recall correctly.
You do have what?
Exit, if I recall correctly, on that Red Mage, although it could be wrong there.
Yeah, Exit was level 2, so he very well could have picked up Exit on the Red Mage.
Most likely on that one, so they will be able to at least get out of there on that one. Let's see, deciding to take off the armor.
Yep, if you're gonna go down to a 2-man, it does help to have them actually take some damage and actually get damned.
Yep, and Sylverfyre's on carry 2, casting Fog 2 on the party. Ooh! 8 hits and change on that ninja.
Oof, yeah,
Oh.
Carrie is is hitting hard. But 12 hits, 319. A carry still standing. Oh no.
12
Another
hits,
12 hits,
325.
325. Carry is done. Thank Gord that red mage has, or that red wizard has life.
Yep. And onefineday got level 26 on his 2 fighters that he's kept alive, and opting to warp out.
Yep, and that makes sense considering it looks like he doesn't have exit on that red caster. Sylverfyre is pulling Kraken 2 again. And
Nuking.
going full nuke down, which makes sense considering that Kraken did not have a whole lot of health. Yep. Nuke, fast, swing, goodbye.
And it looks like onefineday is going back in with 2 men. Looks like they're going to grind a bit more and then warp out again. But sylverfyre pulling Tia 2 again. Opting for nuke, fast.
Log.
Let's see the other one. Swing, 3 hits, 3 damage.
4 hits for 87. Yeah, Tia's got some quite a bit of absorb.
Fog coming out, giving up some more armor. Opting for some temper. Swinging again. 11 hits, 307 damage. Fog 2 coming out. Three hits, 3 damage. We got a nuke, another nuke. Nuke coming out for 120 damage. Second nuke coming out for 111. Swing for that ninja. 10 hits, 517 in damage. Going for Quadox. Does it hit? No, ineffective. Bane coming out from Tia.
Kills the one ninja that isn't equipped with a ribbon.
Sure enough, nuke coming out for 153. Swing from the 1. 8 hits, 240 damage. Another nuke coming out, 184 damage. Swing from the ninja. 10 hits, 229 damage.
Well, it looks like we're going for a desperation Brack there, but 10 hits, 188, and that takes care of Tiamat 2, and Sylverfyre has successfully made it back to Chaos.
Wow.
Healing up, getting prepared.
Onefineday is fighting a pack of bad men.
Yep, and they are not being nice.
No, they are not. First text box, second text box, last text box. Sylverfyre is pulled chaos. Opting for some fast. Light axe. Ooh, cast starting with nuke.
Oof, that's a brutal start.
That's their first spell.
Yep. Luckily, what's going on onefineday's side? Looks like onefineday may have forfeit, considering their timer just stopped and their game turned off.
Not no. Let's see here. Power bomb coming out for chaos. Ruse coming out. Making it easy to swing. So that one tempering up that ninja. Ruse coming out again, tempering up that ninja.
Power bonking that
again.
ninja.
Wait, temper again, tempering. Swinging for 11 hits, 949 damage. Waiting, temper, swinging again. Roll coming out from chaos. Swing again, 11 hits.
1200 damage. And
Yep.
Chaos is terminated. GG to Sylverfyre. Get your GGs in chat. Sylverfyre has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 48 seconds, and yes, One Fine Day has forfeit.
Do you want to see if we can pull our runners into the booth?
Sure, I'm in SRL. I'll see if either of them want to come in. Alright, looks like Sylverfyre will be joining us shortly.
Alongside One Fine Day, who apparently beat them to it. Do you want to pull them both in, or should I?
They're moving in. Hey, Sylverfyre, GG.
Hello, thanks. I was really frustrated when that first round of chaos hit my ninja for like a 370 damage nuke.
I mean, both you and One Fine Day were on cast at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess we both got nuked.
Also, GG to the pair of you.
I lost my white mage. I didn't promote, and lost my white mage. I didn't promote, and I was down to my solo fighter for chaos. So when the nuke rolled, I was.
You didn't promote. Did you? What weapon were you using?
Masa.
Oh, okay. I never found Masa. I was using a katana.
Masa was in Mermaids.
Got it.
So I'm guessing you went to Sky first. And
I went to Sky before Ice, actually.
Yeah, Sky. I did Sky last.
I had docked my boat at the river of Matoya, and then like the closest dungeon from there is Sky, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do Sky next. Like, kind of lowish on resources still, but
yeah, I mean that's
I
pretty...
literally I walked the floater out when I got it because I'm like, it was still Sky 1, and I'm like, you know, maybe I can high roll Tiamat with a Bane, and like I've got pretty good gear, but I don't know for certain, and I'm not going to risk this floater over it.
we were real worried about you going up there with only 30 heal pots.
Yeah, I had forgotten to restock on those at one point. And I'm like, and it kind of played into what I wanted to do anyway, which is to go in, walk out after opening the boxes. I had no intention of killing Tiamat there, even with a Bane sword on hand.
Yeah,
Now, go ahead.
I was chasing after the incentives because, you know, rule of NPC shuffle, chase the incentives. I think it was like, well, I'm not exactly sure the odds of it being in ice. I think it was 1 in 3 actually. The Thor hammer is also in ice, so that's all the loose items.
But yeah, I was like I basically was like expecting it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go Sky because like if floater's loose, it's probably not gonna be in ice.
I do have to ask one question for you, One Fine Day. What did you think of that Tiamat 1 fight and getting the Bane on it?
I mean, that's kind of the standard strategy. I was gonna just use my Masa, use my nuke, use whatever I had, and use the Zeus Gauntlet. I think it was on the Other Thief, and you know, just try Bane a couple times. If that doesn't work, just start Fog 2, and yeah, I mean, nuke it. I mean, with nuke and Masa, I would expect to take down Tiamat without too much trouble, unless Tia were to melee. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much thought to that. I mean, what else was that white mage going to do? I'm not a big fan of Fog 2, and I also saw that Tia was only hitting for like 77, no fog, no ruses. So, yeah.
I mean, I was going for the Bane, but like none of that, like the Bane Swords and the Brax weren't landing.
Yeah, and Tia 1 had a surprising amount of health.
Yeah, it did. It took many katana swings.
Well, yeah, that might have been the first thing that went good for me that whole seed. Oh god, I was playing so terribly. I mean, this is my first time playing on console, so it was a little bit of a learning curve. I didn't have a whole lot of practice doing it on console, so you gotta lean over and hit the reset button on the console. My back is still sore.
Probably put your console a little closer.
I don't like save scumming. Next tournament, disable overworld saving, please.
I don't think that's as popular for everyone else as it is for you.
It's the best flag.
It's the worst flag.
I mean, they could get rid of the inns.
Oh no, I'm not that
No.
cruel.
We're not doing hardcore mode here. All right. Well,
I think one of the things that like I'm really happy about is that like I just handled the thieves. Like, I admit I was not expecting you to pick thieves into me, but I felt like I handled it fine.
Well, I think the seed plays out pretty much the same way if I did like thief fighter, because I want to have one thief because I like having a thief for the early game. But you opened with white mage, and white mage just throws me off so much because there's always a possibility that you would not pick a red or black mage, and then the game is basically who gets fade first.
What fade?
Yeah, there was no fade.
I can only assume it was level 8 because neither of you checked the finished spell shops.
Yeah, I never went back for it though. I also didn't take notes and forgot which town the Fiend was, and that was really embarrassing.
Don't worry, we've all been there.
yeah, it happens to the best of us. So, well, do either of you have any final thoughts on the seed that you would like to share?
I like white mages, and I think it was clear why.
I do not like white mage. Boo, white mages. Boo. Other than that, GG to Sil. It was so made the decision to grind, I'm assuming, before going into the TOF. I never do that. It's as a rule. I don't like to grind. I have a black belt or I feel I'm really, really far behind.
A ninja with a katana is just a bad black belt.
I mean, you had an Agama tile. We actually
Yeah, it was an
have-
Agama tile with sub 250 health, and the Argiant also had sub 250 health, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm jamming that until I have over 400 health. And it turned out over 400 health was necessary, and I just didn't quite have enough.
I don't think that. I mean, I didn't test that tile. I knew it existed, but I would not test it because I know
It was
on
it was
average
just the Grey Worm Armory tile.
I know, but it's just it takes too long per fight, and those red giants also hit pretty hard. They're doing like 120 damage per hit, so I didn't feel like that would be a worthwhile investment of my time.
They died to one nuke, and I'm like, yep, that's cool.
Well, GG to both of you, and we will see you back on Speed Gaming tomorrow night for your second match in this best of 3 series at same time, 9 o'clock Eastern.
I do have to ask one question of the pair of you. How do you think this, going into your next match, you will change up your strategies? Will you change up your strategies? And how do you think, thoughts on how tomorrow's match might play out?
No, I'm not changing my strategy one bit.
Still drafting white mages.
Sounds great. So, everyone, thank you for hanging out with us tonight on Speed Gaming. Please follow our runners. They put on a great show for you. Please follow Speed Gaming. Please follow our tracker, Crab Cakes, and also please follow my co-commentator, Magius. And if you like what you see here and you're interested in giving it a try, go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, roll yourself a seed, and start playing. If you've got questions, feel free to come join us in the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord. We'll be happy to answer anything you've got. Other than that, have a great evening.